Hi friends, if you're new to UV resin you probably have questions and you're not alone. Today I'm answering the 10 most common questions that beginners ask about UV resin. I'll show you everything, step by step, both with words and visuals, so that you can feel confident getting started. So let's begin. Question 1. What is UV resin? UV resin is a type of liquid plastic that hardens when exposed to UV light. It's super fast to use and you just pour it, cure it with a UV lamp and you're done in minutes. Question 2. How is UV resin different from epoxy resin? Great question. Epoxy resin comes in two parts that you mix together. It can take hours or even overnight to cure. UV resin is just one bottle, no mixing. It cures in just a few minutes under a UV light, so it's quicker and easier for small projects and great for beginners. Question 3. What do I need to get started? Here's your starter kit. A good quality UV resin is number one. I suggest you start with a hard type, as that is suitable for most small projects. A UV lamp, a mid-range wattage is best for a variety of resin crafts, around 20 to 40 watts. And some silicone moulds or a surface to work on, gloves, or a few fun extras like glitter or pigments or dried flowers. And now for tools. A nail file, nail art disposable brushes, hard cotton tips for cleaning, tweezers, these are disposable, high temperature tape when not working with a mould, and toothpicks. That's it. You're ready to go. But first, here's some bonus tips. Store resin away from sunlight and heat. Have a clean, dust-free workspace using silicone mats or non-stick surfaces. Place a dust cover over your work when you're finished. There are various ones available to purchase. Work in a well-ventilated area. Here I'm using an air purifier, or I have the door open in my studio. And wear gloves and a mask. Follow these simple rules for your health and safety. Question 4. How do I cure UV resin properly? After pouring your resin, place it under a UV lamp for 1 to 5 minutes. If your layer is thick, cure it for a bit longer. And don't forget to check the back too. Flipping and curing both sides helps get a smooth finish. Question 5. Why is my UV resin still sticky? Sticky resin is usually undercured. Either the light didn't hit it long enough or your layer was too thick. Try curing a little longer or do it in thinner layers. Also, make sure your resin hasn't expired. Use as soon as possible after opening. Store in a cool, dark place. Check if it has yellowed or thickened. Are there any strong odours present, or is it difficult to cure? Try a thin top coat of fresh UV resin, then re-cure. Or lightly sand, clean, recoat and cure again. If you'd like to know more about sticky resin, I'll send you a free PDF with everything you need to know. Pop a comment below saying sticky and I'll be in touch. Question 6. Can I add colour or other things to UV resin? Yes, you most definitely can. You can add colour, glitter, flowers and lots of other things as well. Just don't overdo it. Too much colour or add-ins can block the light and stop the resin from curing properly. A little bit goes a long, long way with UV resin. Question 7. How do I avoid bubbles in UV resin? Bubbles can sneak in, but they're easy to beat. Pour your resin very slowly. Use a toothpick to pop the bubbles. You can also warm the resin a little or use a heat gun before curing. Or use a lighter for the bubbles. I often do that. Nice and smooth and easy is the goal. Have patience and do it in thin layers. Question 8. Is UV resin safe? Yes, if you use it safely. UV resin contains chemicals called monomers and photoinitiators. These are what help the resin harden under UV light. But if the resin isn't fully cured or gets on your skin before hardening, these chemicals can soak in, and that's where the problems start. So here are some basic safety tips. Wear gloves, work in a space with good airflow, and don't breathe in the fumes, and don't get it on your skin. It's easy to stay safe if you follow the basics. I have heard of people who have developed sensitivities to the chemicals in resin. In that situation, stop what you're doing and seek medical advice. And do keep resin away from children and pets. Question 9. Can I cure UV resin without a lamp? You certainly can. You can use sunlight, but it is slower and less reliable. Sometimes it works great, other times not so much. A good UV lamp gives you quick and consistent results. It's worth the investment. And question 10, can I use UV resin for large pieces? Well, UV resin is best for small projects, and if your piece is thicker than about ½ an inch, the light can't cure all the way through. You can combine UV resin with epoxy resin, as I've done here. Allow the UV resin to cure before you add the epoxy resin. For big projects, epoxy resin is definitely better. Keep UV resin for jewellery, charms and, key tags, little things. I hope this helped you feel more confident with UV resin. If you have more questions, drop them in the comments. I read every one. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more resin tips and tutorials.